Hello, one and all. Welcome. Come on in. The water's warm. Welcome to another edition of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. We're going to pick two random SoulsBorne bosses, and we are going to have them pressure wash a house, one each, assuming we pick two bosses here and not more. And whoever pressure washes their house the fastest will be the winner. And the cleanest. It's got to be the cleanest. The house has to be clean. That's the whole point. So, there we have it. That's the contest for this week. This summer has been, these last three SoulsBorne Battles of the Death are recorded in the same day. I don't know if the weather has been any better these past 3 weeks. It's been like 1 or 2 hot days and then just rainy days, rainy, cold days here in the Northeast. It's been a very weird summer, but yeah, we're just going with whatever we can here as far as contests go. So that is what we are going with this week. We are going with a pressure washing contest of a house, and hopefully they don't destroy the houses because my insurance people will be mad. That's it. So that is it. What we do here is 2 SoulsBorne bosses, maybe, or more, whatever, in a battle to the death. The battlefield has been cleared. It can house any and all SoulsBorne bosses because I can make these battlefields as big or as small as I want to because it exists in our own minds. It's as simple as it gets. All right, let's pick the first competitor on this edition of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. Murgo's Wet Nurse from Bloodborne. We have landed on Murgo's Wet Nurse before. Murgo's Wet Nurse is a pain in the ass, I think, personally. Obviously one of the later bosses in Bloodborne. Doesn't help that he or she or whatever has, 8 arms with katanas? Something like that. Certainly a tough competitor, so I don't think we can argue that Murgo's Wet Nurse is a very viable competitor to land on in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. Yeah, a worthy choice. A worthy choice for sure. So, yeah, Murgo's Wet Nurse. Nothing to be sneezed at. We're going to take this wheel for another spin. Oh boy. Murgo's Wet Nurse is tough. Someday I'm going to do that Bloodborne no blood vial run. We're going to see how tough Murgo's Wet Nurse really is. I am not looking forward to that day, by the way. I'm just not. I am just not. It's not going to be a whole lot of fun for Bobby. All right. Murgo's Wet Nurse in one corner. And they will go one-on-one with Sin, the Slumbering Dragon. Dark Souls 2, I believe. I believe that is the game that Sin is from. Ooh, boy. This is a tough one. This is an interesting fight. Any fight with a any fight with, a mid-tier boss or higher against a dragon is bound to be interesting. I'll say that much. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Murgo's Wet Nurse versus Sin, the Slumbering Dragon. As always, I am not allowed to give you my opinion here and now because this is not the right section for it, and my legal department does not like it when I do that. So we are going to go to the contractually obligated bio, so let's have a look at Murgo's Wet Nurse. Murgo's Wet Nurse, you'll be shocked to find, is a wet nurse of the infant Murgo, who is the source of the Nightmare of Mensis. There's really not a whole lot of lore on him/her, but she does have 6 skeletal arms and 2 broken wings or whatever, which I guess indicates that he or she is a different race than what they pretend to be. And each one of those 6 skeletal arms eventually has a katana in them. So that just makes this fight even more fun. Sin, you may be stunned to find, is a dragon who slept a lot. He's a long-sleeping dragon who was discovered by the people of Shova, Sanctum City. The Sunken King built Shova around Sin and created Dragon Sanctum for him so that he could rest peacefully. Which in my mind does quite the opposite, but that's just me. Eventually, Sir Jorg and the Drakeblood Knights mount a siege on Shova to kill the dragon and steal its blood, believing that it grants a true understanding of life, quote-unquote. I would have liked an explanation as to why they thought that, considering that's very vague. Jorg and the Drakeblood Knights are able to kill all the guards and fight their way all the way to Dragon Sanctum, where Jorg goes face to face with Sin. It doesn't go very well. Sin expels a whole bunch of poison that was built up in his body for whatever reason, which completely wipes out the whole city and kills Jorg. When I first looked at this fight on paper, I really wanted to say that Murgo's wet nurse could beat Sin, the Slumbering Dragon. Then I watched a boss fight of each one on the boss fight database on YouTube. That's the place to go if you really, if you look up a boss fight on YouTube. I don't know if he has like all of the boss fights. I don't know how many boss fights he's ever done in his life, but generally all of the FromSoft boss fights, he's the first one that pops up. Boss fight database on YouTube. So check that out if you're interested. So I watched a boss fight of each of these bosses, and yeah, I can't really sit here and say that Murgo's wet nurse would beat Sin. I think Murgo's biggest weakness is the lack of maneuverability. Honestly, I think Murgo's wet nurse is too slow. I think that Sin does a lot of flying around the level and shooting fireballs and swooping down and just attacking, and I think that's just too much for Murgo's wet nurse to handle. That's just my opinion. I know that Murgo does create a clone in, I think, the second phase of the boss fight. That would help it out a little bit, but I don't think it would be enough. Sin's attacks often cover a wide area as well, so I don't think Murgo's wet nurse has what it takes, has enough tools to take care of Sin the Slumbering Dragon. So yeah, that's my opinion. That Sin the Slumbering Dragon defeats Murgo's wet nurse. That is how I feel, and that is my opinion, but it's just my opinion. Feel free to leave yours in the comments. And with that, yet another edition of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death draws to a close. RobertBlanchardBooks.com. If you're interested in the award-winning Roar of a Dragon series, you can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free. If you'd like to hear more about them, the Rise of Dragons podcast, wherever you find your favorite podcasts. My Linktree, my Instagram, and my Twitter are all Bobby's World 2110. Mondays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now is the Dark Souls Remastered No Estus run. This past Monday, we ventured deeper into, I think it's Darkroot Garden, and ended up fighting the Moonlight Butterfly. Probably earlier than I should be fighting it. And but it really didn't matter because I encountered a lot of, let's just say, screwy controls and screwy hit mechanics. So yeah, check that out if you want to hear me bitching a lot about Dark Souls. That's the place to go check it out. So I think a lot of the Dark Souls diehards are going to be not very happy to hear my commentary on that episode. So yeah, check it out. And also back in the archives, I have the Elden Ring No Crimson Flask run. I have the Sekiro No Healing Gourd run. I have a Dark Souls 3 No Estus run, and a Dark Souls 3 No Level Up run, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So go ahead and check that out if you are interested. And Wednesdays 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is what you're watching right now. SoulsBorne Battle to the Death, and I don't have to explain what it is because you just watched it. So as always, more content coming your way. This train doesn't stop here. It just keeps on rolling. So yeah, just pushing forward as always. Leave a like, subscribe, notifications, and all that stuff. The channel has experienced quite a bit of growth lately, and I really appreciate you guys for that. Not only just the amount of views, but the audience retention time has increased as well. So that's very cool to see. It's made me very happy, and yeah, it's the kind of thing you strive for. So you know, I'm very happy about that, and I really appreciate it. Just giving my best effort out here. That's all I can really do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say. I'm still tired, still pushing forward, still doing this and that, you know, trying to avoid mental breakdowns whenever necessary. So, and they've been happening fairly frequently this year. So it's been a tough couple of years, but I'm just gonna drive my feet into the ground and just, you know, weather the storm. It's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, that's it. I love you guys, and I appreciate you very much. I hope everyone has an outstanding week. Be well, stay safe, and as always, it's Bobby's World, and you're all just living in it. See, I'll see you for live, y'all. Bye. What's going on, guys? Thank you for checking out the video today, but I got a question for you. Did you know I wrote a book? Did you know I wrote 3 books? Did you know that they're all part of the same series? The Roar of a Dragon, The Treachery of a Weasel, and The Cry of a Raven. ReadersFavorite.com says that its intensity rivals that of the Game of Thrones series. Now, I personally think that's crazy, but it's not for me to judge. It's for you to judge. Go to robertblanchardbooks.com and you can check out the books right now. But wait, that's not all. All 3 books got 5-star reviews at ReadersFavorite.com. These books won the silver medal in the Literary Titan Awards. The Cry of a Raven won silver at the Global eBook Awards. So what are you waiting for? Read about Aiden's dream to become a Knight of Delmar. Read about his death and resurrection. Oops, I gave that away, didn't I? And read about his journey back home from 3,000 years in the future to stop the evil that started in Delmar. Go to robertblanchardbooks.com. You can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free. And then, if you're interested, you can buy the books there as well. And if you've already read the books or you just want to hear more about them, you can check out the Rise of Dragons podcast. You can listen to it wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. And in every episode, I cover a character from the book, an event from the book, my journey into writing, and everything in between. Ripley, what do you got to say about all this?
Give me a treat or I will end you.
You know she's telling you to check out the books. Go to robertblanchardbooks.com to check out the books, or listen to the Rise of Dragons podcast if you want to hear about them. That's all I got to say, and thank you for watching this video.